check and see if we got audio. We should have audio. We have bubbles here.
Like this one?
Yeah.
This one?
That's the one. Did you mute it? What's that girl got to say? Oh, yeah. Now she's talking. Now she's talking. Oh, she got things to say. She's gonna straighten you out and tell you how it is. She knows all the things. All right, well, we will give it a few moments to see if we can get anybody else on here. Let's see, what we got? We got camera Dos running. Howdy, Neil Morgan. Thank you guys so much for putting up with us. You guys are great. Look at that camera. That's not probably what we want to see, is it? You got to leave it on there. Let's see. I guess it's because we shut it off and turned it back on. All right. There's camera 2. Look at that. We got the biddies over here coming. I'm going to go over all of this again, so it's kind of silly to talk about it again. And then they're trying to hold the entrance to the vault. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. I'm not sure which way that's going to go. Probably shouldn't be going over all this stuff. Let's see. We'll give it just a minute or so and see if we can get some more folks on here before we officially jump on board. What you doing? What you got there?
Is this the biddy?
Is this the biddy? Is this the biddy bot? Oh. Shook her so hard she lost her thingy. Lost her thingy. What's up? What are you doing? You guys see Bessie's lovely Hellfire Club shirt? Mm-hmm. Oh, she got the hiccups. Oh, what's this? Oh, who's that? Who is that there? A little bit of a late start. We're okay. I guess we're going to go ahead and get started. Yay, sound. Yay. Thank you, Bren. I'm glad you remembered that troubleshoot thing. I was racking my head trying to remember what that was. Yeah, Dave's adventures in technology. So far, technology is definitely winning. And put my glasses on so I can see who's all on here. Hey, Nay is on here. Nay and Charlie. Mr. Sean Hudson over there in El Paso way. Is it El Paso? Is that where Sean is?
Sure.
Bessie says you're in El Paso, Sean, so in case you're not, you need to get over there. Mr. Neil Morgan Oog is on here. Very cool. Mr. Jim Stute. Is he up in Wisconsin or Michigan or which one is it? Michigan? Oh, Wisconsin. Yay, William Schmidt-Matson is not deaf. Ptolemycus up in Pennsylvania is on here. Edward Hooper is in, you were right, Wisconsin. Bessie for the win. Circle gets the square. So, Wisconsin state motto. Wisconsin state motto. What is Wisconsin state motto, everybody? Wisconsin state motto is... I think I got...
You brought it up.
Is it forward? Like his motto is like
Forward,
a one
yeah.
word? Forward? Yes. Another unusual thing about it's a one word state motto. And another unusual thing about the Wisconsin state motto is that it doesn't have like a Greek version, like on the state flag. Most of the states, no, I said Greek, I meant Roman or Latin. But it's just actually just written forward. Yeah. Wisconsin state motto. All right, here we go. We're going to start this. Hey, I tell you one thing I'd like to do today, in case some of you don't know this, got milk. That could also be the Wisconsin state motto. I want to do a giveaway today. Can we do a giveaway today?
Sure.
So I dug these up. Like Bessie's trying to claim. It's got Pulp out on both sides. This must have been like a test print. So years and years ago, Mila and I decided we wanted to try and make some dice bags, and we made, I don't know, 100 or so of these. And then once we sold out of them, we just never made any more because we screened these ourselves. We made our own screen and squeegeed our ink on there and everything. But Bessie has been taking over one of the vaults. So she's in there kind of moving things around. So I had to go in there and kind of clean up some stuff to try and give her some room. And so I ran into these dice bags in the vault. So I'd like to give these away today. As a drawing. Maybe we do it at the start of turn number 6. We'll do it at the start of turn number 6. Can you guys help me remember that? At the start of turn number 6, we'll take a short break and we'll try to do a giveaway. Now, one of these has Pulp Alley on both sides. And like I said, these were probably test prints that for one reason or another I wasn't particularly happy with. I think they look pretty good, but they're probably not perfect. Like this one, it's not, all the ink isn't necessarily in this area here. And this one looks like the P maybe slid a little bit, so it's like a double P, shadow. A little double P shadow. You know what I mean? So they're not perfect, but they're the last of their kind in captivity. So at start,
well, you might find one in the wild.
You might find them still roaming in the wild.
Do not approach.
A couple dice bags, and just for fun, I'll stick a sticker in both of them. So one person will win the double thingy, the double dice bag, and one person will win the just that has one side on it. All right. Let's see now. Let's talk about this scenario. Have you guys, I don't think that maybe you guys haven't really seen enough of this scenario to really guess what it is, but I want to tell you what this scenario is. It's out of the core rulebook. The basic scenarios, scenario 1 through 6 or so that you just find, and maybe it's 7 now. The basic scenarios out of the core rulebook are really intended to be used in just about any genre you want to do. They are the sort of scenarios that you can play over and over again. We've played some of these scenarios 30, 40 times, it's just like, and they always feel different and they always feel new. if you want to change your setting, if you want to change the genre, all you do is put out different terrain and different figures. And so that's basically what we're doing today. This is the Trail of Clues scenario, basic scenario, straight out of the book. The setup and everything is done that way. The one thing I did change is to make it a bit more skirmishy and less adventure-y. I took out 2 of the minor plot points. So rather than having 4 minor plot points on the table, we only have 2. But just like the scenario is written, and it doesn't have a lot of special rules to it, basically you don't start with the major plot point on the table. The first person to complete a minor plot point then gets to put the major on the table. And that's the situation we find ourselves in today. Dun, dun, dun. So do not pass up those basic scenarios out of the basic rule book. They are intended to be used over and over again in multiple genres, settings, so on. So over here is the major plot point, and you can see it here. It's that entrance to the vault. The entrance to the vault, and we've got a scrum going on top of it right here. So this is the entrance to the vault. We've got a unit of the Royalists here, a 4-person gang, and then we've got a 2-person gang from the Royalists facing off against Rockatansky in his old Medbed 3. Actually, this is a really souped up Medbed 3 battle suit. It's got all kinds of stuff added to it. And then he has 1 Volk next to him, but most of his troops are elsewhere. And you see this string of bitty bots, bitty, coming around here. Now, they could potentially really change this fight over here, but it's whether or not, I don't know how long these Royalists are going to be able to hold out against this big stompy battle suit. The Volk at close range, really its teeth are pulled, and it is not nearly as dangerous in melee as they are at shooting. But you can see them in the background here as well. Go ahead and switch me to 4. So here's a shot of the other side. So here's the think tank stomping along at its big, it's kind of lumbering. If it can get around here and get into range, it really wants to try and get a hold of the of that plot point. So that's its target. But in its way is, you see this big string of bulk suits out here, battle armor. Can they stop this think tank from getting to Rockatansky? And then, of course, they also have this obsolete flying thing over here. Now, this is basically a transport that they've cobbled together a gun onto, so it's not particularly dangerous, but it's here causing some problems for the other side. As we start turn number 3, so this is turn number 3 here, boys and girls. Turn number 3, you really have to think about the situation here, and as you look at this situation, this battlefield, Rockatansky's in kind of a bad spot over there on that stronghold. Because if he chooses to activate first, he's actually touching 2 different units of the Royalists. And that would make him split his fight against both of those units if he activated first. And certainly that little Volk suit sitting next to him is not going to be particularly effective at splitting his dice, because he's also touching... No, he's not. He's only touching 1 unit. He's only touching 1 unit there. So, since we don't necessarily want to activate Rock first, but we do want to try and close off, get in the way of the think tank, I think what he's going to do is he's going to try and get a barrier formed with those bulk suits, try and close off the line so that the think tank can't get through. And then Rockatansky may then start forcing the other side to activate if he can. Let's see how that goes for him. So as we start turn number 4, I suppose we ought to draw cards, huh? Should we draw cards?
Probably.
I don't think I drew cards. They have the initiative, drew an uncanny, and they drew a just reward. Okay, so there we go. So Rockatansky has decided to activate the Volks over here, and they're each going to, remember they are armored battle suits. They cannot move over 6 inches unless they want to rush. They certainly don't want to rush that thing. I don't think that's a good idea. Do you, Bessie? I think it's more about trying to close off this barrier. So the best 6-inch move he can do is to get pretty much over to here. And at that point, you go ahead and shoot.
I don't know. Do you risk it?
See, that's what I'm thinking is that they're not particularly good shooters, but...
Especially if they have to use their, right?
Yeah, and they're going to have to use their other skills because he's got his countermeasures up now, and they cannot, their firepower skill is affected by his countermeasures. So he just appears almost like a blur on their sensors. So what? I don't think I want to shoot with that one for sure because he's an important blocker. He's in an important position to try and stop the advance.
Maybe get your...
So this one's going to move next, and he's moving up next to like so. Now this one, 6-inch move. So he's forming a second layer back here. So I think I could take the risk there.
Okay.
I could take the risk there, and he's going to fire. Unfortunately, because he's got his countermeasures on now, that means my little bulk suit's only going to be able to shoot with 1 dice. And the think tank, it's over 6 inches, could shoot back with 2d8, or does it, you know what, it's going to shoot back. And the reason I want to shoot back here is because I'd really like to get control of the initiative. Mm-hmm. So here is the Volk. Volk is only rolling 1 dice now. He got a 6. Here's the think tank firing back. A 6 and a 4. So what do you do if you're the Volk here? Do you block or do you take that hit? Bessie, what do you think? You block. Stay alive. You block and you're trying to stay alive. That's right, because what they're really trying to do here is form a barrier. So they don't want to get killed here. So he's going to knock that one out, and that means he will have to roll pass a 1 dice armor check here. He's going to get to roll 2 dice. He is armored, and he is staying in play. Very good. The next fella to move, he's shuffling his 6 inches. And he's going to throw some dice at the think tank as well. Well, he's going to throw 1 dice. Now the think tank only rolls 1d8, or does it go into defense mode and try to avoid this?
Does he take the risk?
I don't think he does. I think he just tries to he's going to dodge. He's using his defense, and he's going to have to get a 6. He only has 3 die 10.
3 die 10.
3 die 10. He's got to get a 6. He does not, boys and girls, and he's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Can he pass it? No. Yes. Think tank takes a pow. That's the risk you take. You're playing risky, playing it fast and loose and with. Think tank is damaged again. Now they smell blood. And another Volk will move in. This one, he's moving into short range. That's not going to help him, however, because of the electronic countermeasures on that think tank. So the Volk is only rolling 1 dice. Man, are they just loaded up for bear here? Another 6. The think tank is using its defense to try and avoid the damage. He's got to get a 6, and this time he does, and he stops that hit. One more fella to trudge forward. One more fella to trudge forward. He gets up here, and he's throwing 1 dice. Think tank again is dodging. Okay, this time he's coming, and they are hitting those bulk suits. They are deadly, but he got the 5 he needed to stop it. All right, so the bulks have all activated over there. So now switch to this camera. So now with the bulks kind of forming a defensive perimeter over there, I think what Rockatansky has to do is he's going to have to try and force the other side to activate. So I still have 1 other bulk. So for the record, there are 3 of them that have not activated on the combine side. They have this bulk here, this bulk here, and then the Medved 3 here have not activated. They still have control of the initiative, so they're going to start making the other side go. All right, so what are those little biddies going to do? Is there any chance that they could clear the path? Do they clear the path, or do they go in and try and fight this? I think the first thing I'm going to do is activate. Would it be nice if they could get control of the cone here and force
Rock to go?
Yeah. So switch to camera 1. So in this sort of situation, I really think it would be better if the Royalists could figure out a way to steal the initiative here. If they could steal the initiative, then they could force Rockatansky to activate and force him to split his dice, and he's going to be a lot less effective if he's splitting his dice. So what could they do? What could they do to try and steal the initiative here?
Go after the bitty characters or weaker characters?
Yeah. So they have this lone Volk over here, but if they activate this unit of 2 characters, they would end up having to split their dice too, because they're on Medved and him, but they're only going to have 1 dice anyway. So they would get to pick their target. That feels yucky. Let me see who Biddy is closest to. If Biddy came around this way, it's about an 8.5-inch move. If he went that way, it's about an 8.5-inch move. I think what we're going to do is have this Biddy. Am I on this camera?
Yeah.
We're going to have this Biddy rush around here and jump on this Volk suit. Now, by doing that, that means the Volk isn't going to get to shoot at him because the Volk is already tied up in a melee. And the Biddy has an advantage there. The Biddy's rolling 2 dice, and the Volk is only rolling 1 dice. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes for him. So here is the Biddy.
Wait, why does the Volk only get 1?
The Volks only have a brawl of 1.
Oh, a brawl of 1. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Volks only have 1 dice in brawl. So here is Biddy. Biddy got a 5. Well, that's all he needs. Let's see what happens to Volk here. 1 dice. 1 dice. Is that going to be enough?
It's more than enough.
It isn't. It is not more than enough, and I just realized why. So he didn't get anything there, and that means that the Volk is going to have to roll a 2 dice armor save here. He's got to get 1 of these. He got neither one of them, and that plan actually worked. That scheme worked perfectly there because the Biddy inflicted an injury without suffering an injury, and that means the Royalists are now the director. The Royalists have taken control. Now that they have control of the initiative, they can force the Soviet combine troops to actually activate now. So now we have to put our thinking cap on again and assess the situation. Is there somewhere where the Soviets feel like they could get it back? And they've already activated all of these. All they have left
is Rock and the other one.
Yep. So we have one combine fella over here.
Can we tilt the camera a little bit so we can see him?
Oh, I think you can see
Oh,
him. But
yeah, you can see him just barely. Okay, there we go.
can you see him better there?
Yeah.
Okay. So now he could fire off at this biddy. Yeah, and try and steal it back. Let's do that. As a matter of fact, I want to get a short range bonus, so I'm going to move up so I get close range on that biddy bot, and that means that Volk can unleash his massive firepower on that biddy bot, and he's rolling 4 die 8. Sorry, 4 die 6. 4 die 6. The only choice that the biddy does, because they do not have any long-range weapons, it will have to use its dodge ability here. So here is the 4 die 6 coming from the Volt. Look at that, boys and girls. 4 successes.
Woo-hoo!
Biddy is about to get blown to bits. Here is his defense. Stops nothing. Biddy's going to have to roll a 4 dice health check. Can Biddy keep it up? No.
Yay.
Biddy down. Why are you cheering for a down Biddy?
I mean, I like a biddy bot, but
You like the
my
Biddy bots?
loyalties lie with.
Oh, your loyalties lie on the Combine side, huh?
I mean,
Okay, all right. So Team Combine. Is there anybody else out there rooting for one side or the other? So switch me to camera 1. So in case you missed it, we're going to try and give these dice bags away at the start of turn number 6. One of them for some reason, has the logo on both sides. One of them has the logo only on one side. These are old bags that I found when I was digging around in the vault. So start of turn number 6, we're going to try and give those away. We'll take a short break. Now, what happened there is the Volk inflicted an injury without suffering an injury, and that means Rockatansky takes back the initiative. I think that's one of the fun things about Pulp Alley is when you can find those spots where you can shift the momentum back and forth like that. For a brief moment, it looked like the Royalists were going to be able to get control a little bit, and just like that, they're able to switch it back to their side. So now, anyway, what are the teams out there? Which side are you voting for or rooting for? Who's rooting for the Combine, the black-suited folks, Soviet Combine? Who's rooting for the Royalists? That's the think tank, the troopers, and the biddy bots. I wonder if there's another biddy bot in range to rush. I wonder if there's another biddy bot that is in range to rush. There's nobody else over here. Oh, he can. He could get in on Rockatansky. Now is that crazy dangerous? Rockatansky would not be able to shoot if he came in on Rockatansky. So he would have to brawl, but it is playing to his strength. Oh, I tell you what. Or we send the biddy this way, and we go after these folks over here. Let's see. So he's about 8.5 there, and he's well over range here. So this is the nearer target over here. Give me a different camera. So his nearer target is over here on this side. So I guess we could go with that. That means that, oh crap, and you know what? This guy didn't shoot. So he's not going to have the multiple fights penalty. He could blow that biddy bot apart.
Blow him apart.
What? Why are you hating on my biddies? Biddy hater.
No, I like Betty Bots, but we have a history.
Oh, okay. All right. What do we do here? Do we send the think tank in? Do we send the think tank in?
Yeah, send him in. What could go wrong?
So he's got a 6-inch move. Would basically be that guy. So we'll do it. We'll send him in on that one lone fella that was standing there. I'm not going to get much more movement out of it than that anyway. So the the Volk is only rolling one dice because of the countermeasures on the think tank. So he's going to get to roll one dice. And note that he doesn't even get his short range bonus. That's important. Like none of that stuff really helps him. And now the think tank has. No, that's an awful idea.
Do it.
That's an awful idea because he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any attack dice. No, I gotta take that back. Hold on. He doesn't even have any fight dice. He doesn't even have any fight dice to do that with. We can't do that. That would just be a suicide run. All right, so we have to send in a biddy to try and clear the way. So we're going to try and send in a biddy to stop them over here. If he can survive this rush, he may have a chance. The biddy is rolling 2 dice to attack. Here it is. A 4. That's all he got. The Volk firepower got nothing, Bessie. A 3, a 2, and 2 1s. If the Volk fails this check, the biddies are going to take control of the initiative here. He does not fail it. He remains standing, and he is not injured. All right, that means we're going to have to send that next biddy in on him. Okay, the next biddy will rush at him as well. So that biddy is coming in on him. Now he doesn't get to shoot. He'll have to switch over to dodge, and he has 2 dice in dodge. So he has 2 dice in dodge. The biddy is rolling 2 dice to attack. 2 dice to attack. Got a 5. Here is the battle suit. He needs to get a 5.
Yes.
And he does. All right. Well, now it's come down to it. Switch me over here. They're going to have to activate now. There's just like no other options here. So they're going to activate this unit of 2 models here. And they will be rolling 1 dice to attack Rockatansky. Rockatansky, because he is not the active character, is allowed to use his normal fight dice, and that means 4 die 8. 3 die 8. Here is the attack coming from those lone troopers. They got nothing. Yes. This could be the end of them. This could be the end. He got 2 successes, and they are both removed from the table.
Yay! Good on you, Rock.
Well, I got the flyer. I got the think tank.
Nope.
And we got this unit over here. So they're going to have to activate again. Do they have a good card? No.
No.
Okay. I guess we'll have to activate this unit that's guarding the vault. There you rolling 2 dice 6. Rock, because of the multiple fights, is now down to rolling 2 die 8.
Do you have any good cards?
Yeah, potentially. All right, so here is for the Royalists. They got a 4. Here is for Rock. He got a 6, couldn't block it if they wanted to. They're both going to have to roll a health check. So, I don't know why I said health check. These guys don't roll a health check. They just automatically lose the model. And Rock will roll a health check. He'll get to roll an extra dice because he is armored. And he passes. Rockatansky like a soldier. Okay. He's continuing to force them to move. So we're now down to the flyer or the think tank. And I guess the think tank is going to waddle forward. It's going to try to avoid. It can't rush any of these guys because it has no offensive ability left. It's going to try and go over the hill. So it's coming up here.
Oh,
close
perfect.
enough.
Switch the camera a little bit.
He's coming up over here. And he could use one of his abilities here. He could use his his Fritz ability and try to throw something bad at bad feeling. Sure, we'll try that. Okay, we'll try a 1 dice using his hacking ability here. He's going to try and hack one of these suits and see if he can put him down. And he's going to put it on this lone Volk over here. See if he can take this fella out of the play. So that means his Volk is going to have to roll 1 success. He can use his defensive measures here, so he's going to get to roll 2 dice 6. He only needs 1 success, and he got it.
Yay!
All right. Well, it was a long shot, but had to try. Okay. All we have left is the flyer. So the flyer is going to... Let's see, where could it go? Hasn't really been too effective in this game so far. They're clumped here. Okay, that's where he's going to put it.
Oh, and then we also have the deviation roll, right?
Yes, it's going to deviate. So I got to move the flyer 6. It's got to stop over 16 inches from where it is now. I think we'll put it back on. Put it over here just so I can keep it on camera. Okay. So the flyer ends up over here. Is that on camera?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flyer
that's a good
has
time.
to end its movement over 16 inches from where it started. So that was an over 16-inch move. Sweeps around, loops around, comes in on a strafing run, drops its burst, basically right. Let's see, I'll put a little button out there. Drops its burst right here. All right, now it is going to deviate, and that's going to be too far off. So wild maneuvering and everything, it is not going to get a burst on anybody.
That poor flyer.
I know.
Poor little guy.
I spent like the minimum number of points I could on it. It's just not, it could be so much better, but not in this game. It won't be.
Is that everybody for the Royalists?
That is all the Royalists have activated. So all we have left are these 2. We have a Volk here, and we have Rockatansky. I guess Rock is going to go ahead and activate. He's been in, how many fights has he been in? Just
2,
1. A 2?
Bittybot and the other.
Okay, so he was in 2 fights, and so he's only down to rolling 1 die 8 now.
Yeah. He's
down to rolling 1 die 8 to fight with. Yeah, he'll take the chance. He doesn't think they can hurt him anyway, so he's going to go ahead and throw that 1d8 to try and smash another one. They are down to rolling 2 dice, but they've been in a fight also, so they're down to 1 dice. All right. So here is Rock putting the boot to him. He got a 7. That'll put a boot to somebody. He got nothing.
Yay.
That means another one is gone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is going to end the turn, and it is time for some recovery checks. We've got to get some of these models up. We've got to get some of the royalists back in play. I see a Biddy over here that needs to get up. Come on, Biddy. Biddy is up.
Dang it.
Was he in?
No.
He was in contact with Rock? Or he was in contact with that guy?
I think the other guy.
Okay. Let's roll for the other guy. He also gets up. I don't think the other guy wants to be
I
in
don't
contact,
think so either.
so he's going to take his 1 inch back. It leaves the Biddy 1 inch basically from Rock or that guy there. Who else has a recovery check? We don't have anybody. Oh, yeah.
Think tank?
Yeah, think tank. Think tank. Wow,
Rats.
that's my 6 dice. That's 3 6s in a row.
But using
boys and
those
girls.
6 dice.
Keep using my 6 dice. And now, think tank, give me 4. Or, yeah, 4. Think tank is going to use its rally and try and put a model back into this group over here.
Now, what's special about that group that lets them stay at
They're loyal.
loyal? Okay.
So they can go down to 1 more model and they're gone. He failed his rally roll and they got nothing. They got nothing. Okay, I don't know. I think the royalists
Pulling a bullet?
are in a lot of trouble here. Yep, turn number 5. We're starting turn number 5 here, boys and girls.
Combine still.
Combine is still got
They
control.
got a
of the
sucker
cone.
punch. That could come in handy.
Oh, sucker punch. Yeah, they're going to use
And, oh, you got a misfortune.
that. Okay, maybe that sucker punch won't come in handy. Now my flyer is really getting twisted around as the fight gets more narrow here. His ability, he'll have to start looping around. All right, let's look at this situation and decide now, the real target is to get control of this. So for Rakitansky to do it, all he really has to do is finish off these guys. But it'd be nice if he had somebody else that could come in here and finish him off, and he could then take the stronghold or the vault.
Uh-huh.
Can't happen that way, though. So I think what Rakitansky is going to have to do is just take these guys out. He doesn't have to split his dice now. He could try to send somebody else in.
Could somebody else shoot at him?
No, because they're embroiled in this.
Oh,
fight here.
okay.
Yeah, they're still in combat here with Rakitansky. So
yeah, Rock's
could
gonna
send
have
him
to-
in to just brawl and take a Hail Mary. They would roll 1 dice. He would roll 1 dice. And if he could
Well,
clear
it's
them
turn
off.
5. We need to get them off.
Yeah, I know. So I'm thinking we take that risk.
Okay.
We take that risk there. So we're going to go with that. So on turn 5, we're going to send this Volk in to try and hand-to-hand combat these royalists that are still trying to hold the stronghold. The Volk is only going to roll 1 dice at their current level. They're only going to be rolling 1 dice. Let's just throw it in the bucket.
Who's who?
What?
Who's who?
The white dice is for the Volk.
Okay, I just want to make sure we said that out loud.
Okay. So the white dice gets a
Yes.
success. They don't, and that's going to wipe them out. That means they lose a model, and at that point, they're down to 1 model. They are no longer combat effective, and that unit has been wiped. Man, they missed that rally check.
Yeah, that
and-
was
and
huge. That was big.
That really cost them. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to clear them off there. So now Rock has this. Now Rock can try the stronghold.
Uh-huh.
So give him a random peril.
All right. It is 2 with cunning
So
or
he's
might.
trying to interface with the stronghold. He's going to have to roll 2 successes with cunning or might. Those are not his strong points, boys and girls. Those are not his strong points. He's only got 2 dice 6 to break through the barrier. Yep, he's got an uncanny in his back pocket. Needs 2. Did not, and he's going to have to use his uncanny to add another success. That adds another success, and he makes it through the barriers with his interface. And now to shut it down. No. 2 dice 6 again. 2 dice 6 again. He needs to roll 2 successes. This time he doesn't have anything in his back pocket. He's going to have to roll 2 successes here. And he got 1.
Okay.
That counts, boys and girls. That counts. And we're going to put a little blue button on there.
Okay.
We're going to put a little blue button on there to help us remember that he is starting to break through on the vault and gain access to the data, but it's not done yet. It's not done yet, and that puts him in a tricky situation.
Somebody's gonna have to get on that Betty bot.
Yep, or could shoot it down.
Well, yeah, either way.
Could try to shoot that bitty bot down. So I think that's what we're going to do next. Is this vault is just going to open up on that bitty bot. He's
Get
throwing.
that Betty bot.
He's throwing.
Kaboom.
4 dice 6 at the bitty bot. 4 dice 6. Let's see. Let's throw a danger on him as soon as he activates. Just throw a danger on him. Give me a card.
Dirty dog trick. Oh my god.
Okay. That Bulk is caught in the explosion here, and he's going to have to roll 3 successes with Brawl, Might, or Finesse, which he cannot do any of those. He cannot do any of those. He does. If he could have, if he still had his Uncanny, but he doesn't. So he can't dodge it either. So he's going to go straight to his health check, and that will end his activation. He's going to roll a 3 dice health check. He's going to throw an extra dice in there because he's armored. He failed it, and he is down. Now that does not switch the control of the initiative, and that is gone. Well, that means they're going to have to send somebody else back there. That means somebody else is going to have to go back there. So this fellow will activate and go back there and try the same thing. So he's rolling 4 dice 6 because of the short range. Biddy will have to try to dodge this with his 2 dice 6 defense. Only got 1 success, and that's a 4. Biddy, come on. Biddy has to get a 4. Does. And Biddy remains standing. Biddies are tough. Biddies are tough. You can't.
Is
the biddies.
Biscuits.
So I guess we send another guy back there. Another guy comes back there. And he's firing at the biddy. He's also rolling 4 dice 6. I mean, the biddy can't get that lucky all the time. Okay, 4 and a 6. Can Biddy stop that? Can Biddy stop the 4 and the 6?
Oh my
by
god!
Rolling a 4 and a 6, boys and girls. How about by rolling a 4 and a 6? And Biddy remains in play. And that's pretty much the end of their ability to get people on him with short moves. Next guy will have to run. And you know what? So be it. So be it. If that's what he's going to have to do, that's what he's going to have to do. So he's going to come back here. This is a run move. So he's going to lose a dice. He's only down to rolling 3 dice. Oh, those biddies. 3 dice. A 4 and a 5. Can Biddy take that? Can Biddy take it? Yes. Okay. Here's an interesting thing about the Biddy bots, boys and girls. He's going to block that 5.
reanimated?
He's going to block that 5, and he's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. And he passes it. That was a lot of firepower on that bot. That robot will not go down. All
the
right.
other guy already went, right?
Hmm?
The guy right behind Rock?
Yeah, all of these guys went. He was the one that cleared the path for Rock.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. All right. Now, I don't know. The Combine's in a tricky situation here. Give me the other camera. See, they've activated everybody over here.
My enragement got the better of me.
They're activated everybody over there. They have one Volk here tied up with 2 biddies.
Do I need to send my other guys over to support him in some way?
And they got 2 guys over here. What are they going to do? So they could either try and go after the think tank again, and they're not particularly effective at that, but maybe that's what they have to do to keep his combat effectiveness down, right? Kind of a suppressing fire sort of idea here.
Try to keep him pinned down.
Okay. He doesn't have 6 inches to that cover. Doesn't have 6 inches to anything, really. So he's just going to move up and throw some firepower at the think tank. So he's rolling 1 dice because the think tank has its electronic countermeasures on. Rolling 1 dice.
Can we turn those off?
What?
His countermeasures.
His countermeasures? If I forget again. And he got nothing. Oh, I didn't say what he was going to do. He was going to be shooting back. We know that.
His first one.
Yeah. So he's
2.
got 3 die 8 to shoot back.
He has 2 die. Oh, close range.
Yep. 3 successes. Ooh. And that Volk, they're tough though. He's going to have to roll. He's getting an extra dice for the armor. He did not get enough saves.
Oh, man.
And the Volk is down.
He was close.
Boys and girls, what does that mean?
You got the melee
That
right
means
now.
the Royalists
take over.
have taken control of the initiative. But what do they do with it, boys and girls? What do they do? I think the first thing they're going to do is probably go ahead and make the.
Because he's the last guy, right?
I think they have 2 guys. They got
that
a guy
too?
over
Okay.
here. They have 2 models that have not activated. So now the Royalists have control. Assess the situation, and you have to decide. You want these guys to be burned out. You want them to use their activations. So you go ahead and force them to activate.
And he's in contact with both bots, isn't he? Or just one?
He is in contact with both bots. So we'll go ahead and do him first.
All right.
So he will activate. He only has 1 dice, so he will put it on the blue bot. And he will do that fight first. So the blue bot will be rolling 2 dice 6 back at him.
Let's see it.
Okay, so he got a 5. The blue bot got a. So what do you do there, Bessie? Do you block it to try and stay alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he takes out 1 of the hits. That means 1 hit gets through. So that means he only has to pass a 1 dice health check here. And he's rolling 2 dice because he's armored. And he got it. So he remains up. Now, the second bot has free attack. So this becomes an unopposed attack. Got 2 hits on him. And he's going to have to pass a 2 dice health check. And he does not. And he goes down. That's almost a good thing there. Because
now
that frees up this other Volk to now target one of those bots. So we'll do that. He's going to move up and he's going to fire at the Volk. I'm sorry, the bot. He's got 4 dice 6. The bot will have to dodge. 5 and a 4. Let's see if this bot is as tough as the other one was.
No.
No. And the biddy goes down, and what does that mean?
I become the director.
That means the combine is now the director again. Just like that, it switches sides again. Now, I think the only thing. So the Volks have the combine has actually activated everything at this point. Boys and girls, don't forget we're going to do a giveaway at the beginning of turn 6, and we're almost there. So, when the Royalists activate, how many fights has the suit been in? Only one, huh? It's only been in one fight.
Yes, because the other guy took out the bot. No, yeah.
Yeah. So what does that suit do? I think the Flyer's in a bad spot now. It's going to have to loop around. Let's see. If I flew, I've got to fly over 16 inches. Okay, he can still drop a burst on that guy. That's what he's going to do. So he's going to do his 16-inch move. Am I on this camera?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do his 16-inch move, or over 16 inches, I need to say. And then he's going to drop a burst on this guy. We'll have to do the deviation.
7.
All right, nowhere. 2 bigger rolls. He's not very good in that thing, I tell you. Let's see. So that means we have the biddies and the think tank. Think tank.
Think tank just gonna keep on going towards rock?
Think tank might try to take out a Volk this turn. If it
Can you scramble over the top?
Take a come around over here, it could actually try and go into hand with this fellow here and try and eliminate him. But man, that means he's going to have to fight through all of that stuff to get to Rockatansky. We're going to do a Hail Mary here. We're going to try something a little bit fancy. This biddy bot, let's see what this biddy can do. He's going to move in and attack this Volk here. Now, the biddy's rolling 2 dice, and the Volk is only rolling 1 dice. So, here we go. Biddy, a 6. Volk.
Come on, Volk. Oh.
Nothing. Volk is going to have to roll a pass, a 1 dice health check. He gets 2 dice to do it, and he passes it.
Yes, sorry, Bob.
All right. Well, that was a chance they had. Didn't work. See, what I really wanted to do there was to grab control of the initiative, and it didn't work.
Has the blue bot activated?
We're going to have... What'd you say?
Has the blue bot activated?
The blue bot has not activated yet.
So it's him in the think tank?
Yeah. The blue bot's going to go next, and the blue bot is going to rush at this Volk down here. Okay. So Biddy is rolling 2 dice. Note that they have the True Believer ability. That means they almost always roll 2 dice for everything they do. So he's not affected by the multiple combats or anything like that. So he will be rolling 2 dice. The Volk will be shooting. The Volk will be shooting back, and the Volk will be shooting with 3 dice, right? Because he starts with 3. He's been in a fight, but he has short range.
Yep.
So that's it. There's for Biddy. Biddy is the active character. Got a 4. And got a 6 and a 4. Well, Biddy's just going to have to say take them all here. This is a risky situation, but he's got to do something to try and break the stranglehold here. So he's going against the odds here, and Biddy's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check, and the Volk has to pass a 1 dice health check. Failed it, and he goes down. Now, if Biddy passes this, he's going to gain control of the initiative. And he does not. And the Biddy goes down as well. That was another long shot, but didn't have much of a chance there. It worked out better than it could have with being able to put that bulk down.
Where'd we get the think tank from?
That's a plastic model out of an old Ghost in the Shell model kit. It was actually the bonus model. It came with a big flyer, Jakakochi or something like that. So the think tank at this point is just going to have to go in. It's just going to have to go in. It's coming in on this fellow right here. Look at that, boys and girls. Give me 2. This is getting down to it here. We're about to do our giveaway also, boys and girls. You don't want to. You need to be on here if you want to have a chance of winning one of those dice bags. So here we go. He's been in a fight. That means he's going to lose a dice. He's not injured, so he's going to be rolling 2 die 10. The think tank is the Volk has no dice left, so he will be dodging with 2 dice. Has no offensive power left. He is a spent force, so he's going to have to just try to dodge if he can. Can't dodge that 10. He could dodge that 4. Let's see. And he does. So he dodges that 4. That means he only takes 1 hit. He's going to have to pass a 1 dice health check.
Yes.
And he does. He passes it. And that ends the turn.
Let's do recovery checks.
Let's do recovery checks, and then we're going to do the giveaway. All right, recovery checks for, I'm going to start over here on this side of the table and just kind of work my way across. So we're going to roll for this Volk over here, and then that Biddy, and then that next Volk, and then another Volk, and another Biddy, and another Volk. So here we go. So here is for the Volk over there. He's up.
Yes.
Here is for the Volk up the hill. He's up. Here's for the Biddy at the hill. He's up. The Volk does not want to be in contact with him, so he will take his 1 inch back. Here is for the Volk that is laying under the think tank's Tuchus. He is up.
Yay.
Here is for the Biddy that's next to the think tank. He's up. Oh my gosh.
This will
And
be
here is
interesting.
for the last Volk. He is up. So every single model passed their recovery checks that turn.
That might be
This
a
Volk
record.
is going to take his 1 inch back. I think the Combine are going to get this. Now, if you guys remember the first 2 games that we did on this, although it didn't really feel like it, the Royalists won the first 2 outings when we did, the other 2 games with the 15 millimeter
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So, the way that we're going to do this, Etsy has some Tachikoma minis. Mm-hmm. I guess there are some that are the kind of a little bit of a soft PVC kind of plastic. Those don't necessarily take paint all that well. This particular one was part of a larger plastic model kit, and it's out of that nice hard plastic. So this is a really nice one. But I do have some of the smaller ones that sometimes came in bonus sets with different Ghost in the Shell sets. So here we go. I don't know. We got 25 people on here watching right now, and we're going to do a giveaway. So this particular scenario comes out of the basic rule book. The way that we're gonna do this contest is that I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and after I ask the question, y'all respond by putting your answer into the chat. And the way that we're going to choose the winner is the first and second name that pop up. Maybe we should do like the first and the fifth, or should we just do the first and second? We should just do first and second. We're going to do the first and the second name that scrolls up on our screen. Now, normally, I think about 90% of the time, or even higher, it's going to be the same as if you go back and you watch. If you go back and you watch the video, you'll see the same thing that we do. Sometimes your name, when you type it in, it might be higher than what it is on our screen because of just the way the systems work. But the only way that we can do it fairly is to base it on what as the names pop up on our screen. Yep. Do the first 6 and then roll a dice to see who gets it. Feels a little overly complicated, but we'll just do the first 2 names.
Get yourselves ready.
So, this scenario comes out of the basic book. What is the actual name of this scenario as it appears in the basic book? Oh, even included the page. Chris Rive is number 1. Taco Hunt is very close. Chris says Trail of Clues on page 80. Very good. Trail of Clues. Charlie Stout.
Yay!
William Schmidt-Motzen also throws the correct answer out there. Trail of Clues. Jess Ray, Trail of Clues, also correct. You know what? Everybody that gives me the right answer gets a sticker today. So everybody that answers correctly gets a sticker as long as I have some to give away, which is, I think, about 10. So I guess the first 8 correct answers beyond the other 2 will get stickers today. And it's going to be these nice, lovely, the first 8 of you. So we're going to give the two winners also get the stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8 more of you will also get stickers. Read them off. So Trail of Clues is the correct answer. Read them off. Bessie,
we got William.
William, you're going to get a sticker.
Jess Ray.
Sean Hudson. Nay gets a sticker.
Red Mist. Mortis 005.
Mortis.
More?
Is that? I don't know. I wasn't counting. I thought you were counting.
I was reading.
Oh, I can't count and blather
1,
at the
2,
same
3,
time. Besides that, I have my shoes on, so I can't count
6,
over 5.
Jim Stute 7, and Edward Hooper is 8.
All right, boys and girls, we are starting turn number 6. Congratulations to everybody out there. We surely do appreciate Wade. What is a published scenario? Because Taco Hunt should be it. I think that could be the next scenario that we send out is Taco Hunt. So to help me out and to actually make sure to claim your prize, you've got to make sure that I have your address, your mailing address. So some of you I know, some of you I don't know, and some of you that I know, I don't really know your address. So send me an email or a text on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and make sure that I have your address if you would like to claim your prize. Otherwise, I can't really send it to you. because I don't know where to send it. Let's wrap this up. We got one turn left, and let's get it done. Let's draw some cards. Looks like the Combine has it sewn up to me. They got a clear shot.
And a sidestep.
Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way the think tank is going to bust through here now that everybody's back up over here.
Yeah.
So I think
Rock's gonna go.
Rock is going to activate first. Give him his peril. Note that he has to get through the barriers deeper into it. He's going to have to get cunning or might, and he has no tricks, boys and girls. He's got no tricks up his sleeve. He's going to have to get. He's going to have to roll 2 successes. If he fails
you better use your good dice.
Okay, I've got the good ones. You want to roll it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, boys and girls, stay over there. Let's switch the camera. Oh well, no, you're right. Okay, you got to come over here. All right, Bessie's rolling it, boys and girls. We're bringing in the ringer. We're bringing in the ringer. She's got to get 2 successes. We've got to get 2 successes here.
No interference in the crowd, please.
2 successes? Oh my God! Look at that, boys and girls! 2 successes. I don't know 5s. I'm gonna have these dice checked. These dice look awfully suspicious to me.
Hey, you're the one that put them in
awfully
you put it in the cup.
suspicious. As he gets past the barriers, the peril that we're trying to try his brain, now he gets to try the plot point challenge one more time. He already got 1 success on it. Now he needs to roll cunning or might. Now I'm going to ask Bessie to come back over here. All she has to do is get 1 success. 1 success is all she needs. No one has ever failed a roll this badly in the history of Pulp Valley.
I think the tapes will show that you are, in fact, the worst.
And she gets it, boys and girls. She gets the success she needed, and that means Rock has taken control of the vault. He has accessed the entrance of the vault. He's accessed the entrance, and that pretty much is going to wrap it up. There's just not an option here. There's not a pathway to victory here, but we're going to go ahead and play it out. This fellow is going to try and blast down that blue biddy that's standing there.
Get him.
He's rolling 4 die. 6. Got a 6 and a 4. Biddy is trying to use its defensive measures here. Stop neither. And has to roll a 2 dice health check. Biddy is down. On the back side here, camera 4, we're going to have this fella blast green biddy going up the hill here. Pulse rifle firing off. Blam, blam, blam. 4 shots. Only gets a 4. Biddy says nothing. Has to roll a 1 dice health check. Failed it, and he's down.
Yay!
This biddy here, let's see, this fellow's in contact with all of this stuff. Give me, let's see how he'll stay on camera 4. Make sure we have your address, boys and girls, if you won, especially if you won the dice bags. You got to make sure if you actually want to claim your prize, hit us up on, don't do whatever you do, don't put your address into YouTube. Hit us up over there on the Facebook. Send me something via Messenger or send me an email. You can find it out there floating around on the ether web somewhere. This Volk here that has 2 guys on him, I guess he'll activate. He'll put his dice on the blue bot and do that fight first. So he's got 1 dice going at the biddy. He got nothing. Biddy throws back. Gets 2. Bulk will have to pass a 2 dice check. He passed it. Big boy will attack him also. This is an unopposed attack. 3 dice 10. Got 3 successes. It's unopposed, so he will have to roll. He'll have to pass a 3 dice health check. He gets an extra dice in there. Failed it. He is down. And that freeze up the rest of them to pour fire on him, but they're only rolling one dice. This one will fire at him. Actually, it's got the biddy closer. We'll move around and throw a dice at the think tank. Think tank got a 6. Think tank is shooting back with 3 die 8. Actually, 4 die 8.
Wait, why 4?
2 die 8. 3 die 8.
You gotta watch this guy.
Nothing. What'd you say?
Said you gotta watch this guy.
Passed his health check. There's nothing else that's going to happen that's going to change the course of this game. So I think I'm just going to call it here.
Yay!
They're going to continue throwing shots, switches to 1. They're going to continue to throw shots. My poor flyer. I felt bad about throwing out such an obsolete flyer. I should have beefed the flyer up a little bit better.
Well, win some, lose some.
And that actually gives the Soviet Combine forces their first win out of taking 2 losses. They were very, very narrow victories. This one felt a little more one-sided. Once we got down to that last turn, they still had enough troops to really block their way.
Yeah, all those recovery checks were huge.
Yeah. That kept a lot of their troops. That would have left a big gap if.
They managed to get the director.
Yeah.
At some really key moments.
Yeah. The Royalists definitely had a shot there, even towards like turn 4. I still felt like there was a path to victory there. But once we got into by the end of turn 5, it really felt like it had slipped away from them. Thank you all so much for sticking with us today. So sorry about all the technical issues that we've been having. We've kind of figured out part of the issue, but there's still a part that's kind of evading us as far as why it's happening.
Yeah.
We know how to fix it now. So we do know if it happens again, we know how to fix it. However, it could certainly happen
it continually turns itself back on.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. It's basically in the privacy settings that the privacy settings are muting the microphone.
It's a secret.
And it's not allowing the microphone to be picked up by other devices. So, and what's happening is that it's continuing to default back to that, even after we played on Thursdays and stuff.
Yeah, because we fixed it on Thursday and it redid it.
Like this format the best. You like this? You like the live craziness of it where you actually get to see everything. We get to stop and pause and kind of talk about stuff. The other shorter versions give you, just snapshots of what happened. But I certainly don't explain things quite as much during those.
Mm-hmm.
But good. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. Thank you, William. I hope you enjoy this. So I think this is it for our 15 millimeters, at least for a while. I think we're going to switch to something else. Don't know exactly what it's going to be. I've been threatening to do some World War II stuff. I've been thinking about going back and doing some fantasy, some Conan, sword and sorcery sort of stuff. So thank you guys. Oog, I have not forgot about you. I know that I owe you a response. So we'll do that. Happy birthday to Bessie. Don't forget that later today, we're actually going to be putting a discount on the store, a discount code Bessie. It's not live yet, but discount code Bessie will get you 10% off your purchases on the Pulp Alley store. We got 8 folks that'll just get stickers today. If you're one of those folks, make sure you send us something. Make sure you get those names written down. And then 2 of yous will get stickers and ancient dice bags. I wonder how old these dice bags are.
They are at least
10 years old?
I would say 10 because it was.
So these are probably 10 years old. But they've been in the vault. Smoke-free, environment. Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm going to get out of here and go get something to eat. I hope you do too. Bye, everybody. Play us out of here. What's the
I don't
theme?
remember it anymore.
You don't.
Do.
Do 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 do.
It's a Junie Junie girl. She's a Junie.
Thanks for playing, everybody. We'll see you soon.
This is not what I thought it was.